First at 5, convicted murderer Alec Murdaugh is seeking a new trial. His appeal went before the South Carolina Supreme Court earlier today.
Murdaugh was sentenced to life in 2023 for the killings of his wife, Maggie, and his son, Paul. Alec Murdaugh's attorneys filed a notice of appeal immediately after.
Our Nate Stanley was at today's packed court hearing at the state Supreme Court. Nate, I think the question on everyone's mind is what comes next?
Well, Mark, Sydney, all we can do right now is wait. We're told that the Supreme Court's decision could come down in a week. It could come down in a couple weeks, a couple months. We just don't know yet. And although Alec Murdaugh was not in the courtroom today, it felt like that trial was being played out all over again. The courtroom was packed Wednesday as the legal teams in the Alec Murdaugh's murder case squared off again. His attorney, Dick Harpootlian, addressed the Supreme Court about alleged jury tampering by former Colleton County Clerk of Court Becky Hill. He says jurors were told to pay close attention to the defendant's testimony.
A guilty verdict would be better for the sale of books. So she explained she had a financial incentive for a guilty verdict. And she also made comments to her like, "Don't be fooled by the evidence presented."
Creighton Waters, the lead prosecutor in the case, says reversing that verdict would undermine weeks of trial.
That at some point prior to deliberation, during the presentation of evidence, with all of that going on, some jurors like, well, you know, I didn't know what I was going to do, but Miss Becky said, you know, watch his body language, and that made the difference. And I would submit to you that that is simply not a finding that is justified.
Chief Justice John Kittredge had this to say about those claims.
And even if we accept the truncated version of what you characterize as innocuous statements, even you acknowledge it was improper. Perhaps not improper to the point of reversal, but you acknowledge it was improper.
The second main point made by Murdaugh's lawyers was that there was not sufficient evidence.
The murder weapons were never found. The forensic evidence does not support Alec's guilt. All crime scene criminologists, experts testified that whoever shot and killed Paul shot him in the head, his brains hit the ceiling, and blood and brain matter would have been on the guns and on the shooter.
However, the state disagreed.
But the motive pointed to Alec Murdaugh. Number two was the means to commit this crime. And what the evidence showed were two family weapons were used to commit this crime, both of which could not be accounted for after the crime was over with.
Now, Nate, we understand that Murdaugh's legal team spoke to the press after that?
Well, that's correct. They were asked what their reaction would be if the Supreme Court were to not rule in favor of their appeal. And attorney Dick Harpootlian said that in that case, they will take this to a federal court. You can read more right now on WIFF4.com. Reporting in Columbia, Nate Stanley, WIFF News 4.
Nate, thank you. A lot to be sorted out there. And as Nate just mentioned, we do have the full background on the Murdaugh family's influence in South Carolina, plus a timeline of events leading up to Alec Murdaugh's appeal hearing. It's all on our website, WIFF4.com. You can also find it on the WIFF4 mobile app.